Welcome to Doug Confession Booth with Dylan and Steven, where nothing's off limits and everything's on the table. We're talking hot takes, weird obsessions, and the stuff that just gets under our skin. If we love it, hate it, or just can't stop thinking about it, you're going to hear about it right here. So pull up a seat, clear your conscience, or don't. This is Doug Confession Booth. Let's talk about it. So the numbers pop up for you as well.
Yeah.
I was like, start. Oh, wow. Giant screen, just 3, 2, 1.
Got some nice piece there too. Holy.
I know. I was like, I'm gonna try to do like a Mortal Kombat finish him, kind of.
So I got relatively new speakers, talking about audio, right? From the relatively new speakers. They have like a pretty solid amount of bass for being at least comparative to what I was using, which was just the TV itself, and go figure, right? So
they got a more kaboom behind them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's been like what, 2 weeks roughly from the last podcast.
Yeah, it has. I mean, honestly, it probably shouldn't have, but like just life, I guess, right?
No, it happens. I mean, this past week and this week coming up are gonna be busy for me. But what is it? We could try to possibly do weekly.
I think it comes down to the topic. I really think we should probably have a number of topics that don't require like any effort.
Like not as much in depth as we want to go.
Yeah.
Or I guess more like detailed topics. That way what we're talking about is a little bit more concise. Instead of like a broad thing where it could be, we can talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, it's kind of that like needing that in between of like my thought process along the lines of like, okay, we're talking about cards today, right? Cards is very vague, it allows for a lot of flexibility. We can kind of talk whatever we want, which is nice in the flexibility.
Multiple things.
Yeah, you
like
can talk about
games, gift cards, birthday cards, like anything that's a card, credit cards.
Genuinely, like it really does provide for a insane amount of flexibility that basically states like, are you interested in this? Does it kind of fit in with like the word card? If yes, then like great. Then if you're interested in it, talk about it, right? Like that's what I like about it.
Yeah. So like I was thinking about like possibly naming this one called like Go Fish ?
Yeah. I mean that's completely fair. That is completely fair.
Figured it's a little fun on the take of cards.
Yeah.
And it aligns with my section at least a little bit. So I mean,
section. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What I'm talking about.
I got you.
My research for the week.
Because I was about. Go ahead.
Yeah, I probably found this concept like the beginning of this week. And I've just been doing a lot of research. I found out, so I wanted to look on YouTube as well, just to see if there was anything about this video-wise. There was nothing.
Really?
Literally nothing. I searched this up, and nothing would pop up. And I scrolled for a while. So I feel pretty confident that once we put this podcast on YouTube, we will be the first ever video to talk about this.
All right.
I was waiting to hear hacker fingers.
Actually, I'm surprised you didn't hear hacker fingers because I did look up something a moment ago. But it was like oh, right, I was going to talk about this one thing. But no, I do have something to run off of what your thing is.
Okay, cool.
It is like a very, very brief, like, wow, this is something that is insane. And then that's kind of it. It's a small branch that pretty much so
cool.
Yeah. Now we're 4 minutes in. We have
4 minutes in. I mean, we're talking about what we're going to talk about.
Talking about stuff. We could also possibly chop it, but we probably won't.
No, we like the full, like how it feels uncut. Just kind of starting with, we're just talking to each other before we get into the actual segments.
Who's about to say, wait, we're Jewish? I'm like, wait a minute, that's not
I mean, the confession booth. That's what's happening.
I think the problem is it stating it's uncut. I don't.
Oh yeah.
You got it now.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That took me a second.
I got you got to keep the whole introductory theme of After Dark or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Some confessions and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, the only thing that I really have that's going on this week, so we gotta kind of start with stuff that's happening in our lives right now,
sure.
is that my technical, like legal, wedding anniversary is tomorrow.
Nice, nice,
Yep. So the day that I went to the courthouse and got it signed.
nice. And then
Mm-hmm.
kept it secret for me for question mark.
Something like that. I don't remember.
Other people knew and I didn't.
I don't remember.
You don't
Yeah,
know
no, I
what?
can't remember. I can't remember who else knew before you other than her sister.
Someone at your church did.
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah. I think that kind of was it, but it's just like the
Yeah.
man. There's on her side that knew, but no one on your side knew. It's the one part where I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
But, but yeah.
Now your turn.
Dating apps are fun.
Yeah,
By fun, I
so
mean
much fun.
they're fun. They're definitely fun. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's kind of rough. I mean, obviously, that's kind of obvious, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's just. I think the part that sucks is not like getting matches, but like just having conversation is kind of rough.
Yeah, it's hard because like some people you meet on there just can't hold a conversation through text at all. And you
Yeah,
have to talk through text a little bit before you're like, okay, I feel comfortable enough to give you my number.
yeah. Did I send you that picture of that one conversation I had like 2 weeks ago?
I don't think
Okay.
so.
So the nutshell is I matched with this one person and I'm just like, oh, you have a cute dog, and they're just like,
Oh,
thanks.
yes, yes, you did. Yes.
It's just
I
consistent.
remember that now.
Is I
Yeah, it's
it's
hard when
hard.
people respond with like one word because you're like, okay, cool. How do I respond with that?
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I can talk for literally hours. I mean, I've lost my voice on
Mhm.
multiple occasions because I just won't shut up. But it's it's more the aspect of how much of a benefit of doubt, right? Because I know there are times where
Yeah.
like I'm busy, right?
Mhm.
Like right now in this exact setting, like we're technically busy for like an hour, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so if you receive like a message, it's like okay, send a quick message out, but like usually that's going to be like one word or like one phrase. It's not a whole lot, and then it
Yeah.
becomes like
Nothing that's
okay,
like substantial.
nothing substantial. And it's like, I want to make sure that like the people are like aware and stuff. So like I try to wonder like how much benefit of the doubt do I really give? And then it's just kind of like I am not feeling it kind of thing. It's like when you
Yeah.
try to come at it's kind of
It's like if a conversation was a full course meal, those one word responses are like the dinner roll, and then
yeah.
the chunk of the conversation is the meat and the potatoes.
Okay, actually the dinner roll tend to be meals, so I don't know
No,
how
I know.
but
Because it's like a little really small.
no, and you're completely right about that. Man, that reminds me of there's a Monty Python skit that
Hmm.
unfortunately, I don't know the name of it, but it has to do with this one guy who's eating a bunch of stuff, and he's like, "I can't eat one more bite." And this one waiter comes out with like this itty bitty tiny like little wafer. We're talking about probably the
Hmm.
size of like the face of your thumb. And he's like, "It's just
Yeah.
one little. It's a wee little wafer. Like, why don't you go ahead and have it? It's such a good delicacy to end off your meal or whatever." The guy like takes a bite, and then literally his stomach explodes. We're talking about the entire room and just guts. Um,
He wasn't kidding.
Roles that made me think of that. It's the opposite.
Got it.
Man, I
But
really do gotta get tested for ADHD, don't I?
I mean, I do too eventually.
Oh, I thought we knew you had it.
No, no, no. We don't know. We're
Oh,
just assuming.
brother, yeah, you you definitely. I will tell you that from my eyes, you definitely do.
And this is what we're basing it off of.
Yeah, yeah. Well. I mean, I think a
That's
lot of
what's confirmed it for me.
that's fair. That you're right. That's fair. Because I was about to say, I know that you have that hyper focus on things you like, and that hyper focus,
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's ADHD, man.
I hyperfocus so much.
And then everything else, I assume it's pretty hard to focus because I'm kind of used to you jumping around here and there, which I do too, right?
Yeah. We jump around a lot.
We jump around a lot. I mean, given the fact
that jump around.
The fact that this is supposed to be about cards.
Technically haven't fully started. I mean, I was gonna segue, kind of, not even a segue. It's gonna be like a hard switch, like flipping a switch to get into it.
I mean, fair.
I was gonna be like, since you had like the meat of the conversation for this week,
yes,
this podcast, this episode, I figured you could start us off with what you've gathered information on cards.
All right. Our story starts in 1889 in Kyoto, Japan, a place that was been to.
We were so close. We thought about it. Because we were on the train, right? We were like thinking about going.
Oh wait, you're right. We were on the. I think we were on the local subway as opposed to the intercity train system, right?
The JR Rail Pass, yeah.
Yeah.
There was one day where we thought about going to Kyoto, and we decided not to because money.
It's always money.
But I mean, I will say, 10 days in Japan was amazing, and Tokyo to be specific.
I still had the best meal I've ever had there. Nothing has ever compared to it.
Was so good. I always talk about those what were they called?
Talk about like
those like dumplings. The 7-Elevens were amazing. But no, the dumplings that we had, like the white peach dumplings. Oh, they were so good.
Did they have they had a filling, right?
Yeah, that was the white peach filling.
Yeah.
And it was from that It was from the one restaurant that was like right outside where we were staying. Like we walked to it that one day.
Okay, wait a minute. Now I'm trying to piece this together because I remember
it was closer to the station than like right outside.
Oh, the station. Right. Because I was thinking literally right outside the apartment. I'm like, okay, there's a pancake place that had a very
it was pancake. It was okay.
Food poisoning.
And then there was the yeah, the restaurant right at the bottom. That one, I think it was like Italian. That one we just had like pasta and stuff.
Yes, pretty solid.
But it was good. It was the restaurant heading towards the station we always walk to that Eduardo, Connor, and Chris found first.
Yeah. I think I know specifically. Yes, I do know specifically.
Yes. And then you, Kyle, and I went back a couple days later to try it out.
Yep. Man. Well, I think one of these things we're going to have, we're just going to talk about Japan or something.
Japan and Japan. Yeah. Our trip to Japan entirely will be an episode.
It's a very easy
reminisce
research. We just
literally just talk about what we did. I still have my photos.
Actually, I was going to use one of the pictures for my dating profile, but I'm like, man, I don't think the same like this anymore. I have long hair. I literally my hair just made up. Sorry.
You could like Photoshop it out.
Yeah.
Just the hair.
just insert it in. Just be like, that thing in the back of my head. Yeah, that definitely looks natural.
Yeah. But yeah, so we start in Kyoto for this.
Yes, in 1889, specifically to talk about Nintendo.
Okay.
So Nintendo actually got their start as a playing card company.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically on Hanafuda. Probably mispronounced.
Oh yeah, Hanafuda.
Now I know it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's Pokemon Hanafuda cards that are still going about right now that you can get graded and actually go for a lot of money if you get a 10.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Especially given the fact that that's literally like their origin, right? Is printing that off, switching all the way over, right? Now, admittedly, Hanafuda, from what I understand, it's not that. I remember seeing an anime a while ago where it's like there's 3 people. One person reads off a script. The other 2 players are trying to match whatever's being read off to a poem to a card that has part of the poem written on it. And the idea is you have to flesh it out. It's not that. Wow. No, literally though, they did a pretty good job. The whole like Death Note scene where like the Anaida chip or whatever, right? Like it's very, very dramatic in the same kind of way.
I'll never know. My hand's actually in the chip bag, writing down on this journal.
Let me just peruse through this adult magazine like a normal teenager, just perusing through it. Just, but no. So
All I've been doing is writing down the name of all my enemies so they can die.
so Hanafuda is interesting in the aspect that it's still like a matching, but instead of it being three people, you have two people, each with like I think seven cards, could be wrong with the exact number, and then a pool that is laid out in front of you, similar to that poetry matching one. And the
Yeah.
idea is to basically go fish where it's like, okay, the cards that I have in my hand, I match this what I have in my hand with what's on the in the middle pool. Um,
Mhm.
I almost think you're like swapping out your hand to try to get matches. It's I haven't really looked too far into it because I thought it was the other one, the slap
Yeah.
one. And the slap one is just so much more interesting, you know? I mean, I don't know the last time a card game was like athletic, you know? So it's kind of like
It's true. It's true. Other than Slapjack.
which one is Slapjack? I know that's with traditional
You,
playing cards, right?
yeah, you have the entire deck and you keep flipping them up, and whenever you see a jack, you slap the deck.
And it's isn't it something like the most cards wins or something at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So like you hand out the entire deck to everyone playing, and you just go in order by placing down cards. Whoever gets the jack, who gets a blackjack, slap the deck.
Is that kind of like spoons?
I don't know. I have not played spoons, but I would guess.
I think Spoons had a slapping component. You know, there's a lot of card games involving slapping. Thinking about it. But admittedly, slapping is less of like a downward slap of like trying to put your hand on the bottom of the pile, and more of like you're literally trying to like swipe the card to make it like a throwing card to impale into the wall.
Okay, got it.
Like we're talking like people literally like dive over all the cards in order to slap the one card as far away as humanly possible, just so you can guarantee like I'm the one who slapped it. It's
Okay.
yeah, it's a different league of slapping.
Mm.
This is going back
The slap of their own.
talking about this. How many slaps does it take to cook
The chicken
take to yeah? How many slaps does it take to fling a card?
to win Hanafuda.
Oh man, but yeah. So back with Nintendo, early 1900s, they eventually began manufacturing Western style playing cards. We're talking about your standard Ace through 10, and then Jack, Queen,
And then face cards.
yeah, your face cards. Joker? Question mark. I don't know when the Joker was initiated.
I do not know.
But that is all the minor arcana. I'm making a slight pivot. The major arcana is the stuff you. It's the tarot cards, right? So we're talking like the Empress.
Yeah.
Talking about this. I think the sun, the moon, the world, the
Death.
Lovers, death, the Tower.
That's the only one I know.
The Hanged Man. Personally, I'm very fond of the Hanged Man.
I've played that game.
I see what you're doing. It took me a moment. And I'm like, at some point, I got to pivot over to Balatro. This might be what I've been into, but I want to talk first about the history of the Hangman because I wasn't originally going to talk about this, but I happen to have done a lot of research on this because I found it very interesting. So the Hangman in like a lot of movies and like other media is often used as like it's an ominous of like somebody's gonna die because death, the Hanged Man, both of which are kind of like ominous symbols. It turns out that the Hanged Man is actually more symbolic of self-sacrifice for like personal gain, right? So we're talking about like instead of going out and hanging out with friends, you're studying for a test in order to set yourself up for your future. That kind of thing, right? Turns out that most likely is tied to Odin from Norse mythology because
Fiddler on the Roof.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that to me.
I will.
Okay,
go to your thing first.
Okay, and before I pivot off of Odin, I'll make sure you get your opportunity.
Okay.
So Odin, inside of Norse mythology, or at least the variation of Norse mythology that we have, that's going to be the pivot eventually. We'll come back to that after your thing.
Okay.
Odin hung himself upside down in the world tree. Feel free to pronounce it. It's the Yggdrasil.
I don't know.
Damn. Okay. All right, Mr. Radical. Ratatoskar.
Ratatoskr.
Yeah, so much.
I have not played that game in so long.
It's they got a sequel. They got a sequel.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Wild.
Anyway,
But
we're
yeah,
not
he
probably.
hung himself on his feet.
Yeah, so he hangs himself upside down from the tree. I think usually by one leg question mark, and then he
Okay.
gouges out one of his eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and he is sacrificing himself to himself because keep in mind he's a god, right? So
Yeah.
he's providing a sacrifice, so this way he can gain like the unlimited knowledge that he's known for.
Yeah, it makes him stronger.
Well, at least weaker physically, stronger mentally, right? Arguably
Yeah.
the key case of growing older, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, feel free to jump in. I forgot what you're going to jump in with.
I was jumping in with Odin being the fiddler on the roof. With that, yes. So I have that Norse mythology book that I got from Barnes and Noble. Remember?
Yeah, I do. I do.
So I read some of it, not all of it, but I read the Odin portion, and
Okay.
they believed that with that rhyme, there's like a fiddler on the roof kind of story tell there, where Odin actually turned himself into a man with all that, and he was the fiddler on the roof.
You're talking. So are we talking about the musical Fiddler on the Roof?
The one where he like gets all the rats and stuff out of the town.
Oh,
The Pied Piper or whatever it is.
Very different. One moment while I chick explain it.
I mean, that's really not much more to explain. I think if I remember correctly, it went like more of a dark term where instead of it being rats, it was like the children of the town that he lured away. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So actually, this does ironically kind of like lead into the same thing.
Hey.
That being stated, to quickly side note here. So, Fiddler on the Roof, the original Broadway production, is based on Tevye the Dairyman and other short stories by some guy who I can't pronounce the name on. It centers on a milkman who attempts to maintain his Jewish traditions as outside influences encroach upon his family lives. I'm not going to read the rest of this because it's a giant like a lot.
Yeah.
But I did watch it, and if I remember correctly, I kind of enjoyed it. But I was also much younger and don't remember much of it. So, needless to state, different story. Hence my confusion of, wait a minute, Pied Piper.
It's either Fiddler on the Roof or the Pied Piper, one of the two.
It's so okay. So here's the things where it comes back into. So if you remember how I stated, like at least like the Norse mythology that we understand today, the main reason why I state that is because Norse mythology, as we know it today, is the written down records of like early Christians. I say early Christians. Context of it was just the Christians that were in the area. They basically wrote down some of it. We don't know if Norse mythology as we know it today is accurate because we only have the one version to go off of. And one of the problems is that I think both Loki and Odin are often attributed and associated with the devil and or Satan. So hence, when you get back to the Pied Piper, that story in and of itself, because the whole like, oh, the village didn't pay the Pied Piper for leading out the rats, they also took the children and just kind of disappeared. That story often gets associated in some manner or form with like Satanism to some degree. So yeah,
connections.
Again, we're supposed to be talking about cards. We talked about the Arcana, we're talking about Satan, and now we're talking about Jesus because in part of the recording of like older Norse mythology tales, a lot of what would happen is that bleed over, right? I already mentioned moments ago about how like Odin and Loki kind of are like associated with Satan. Funnily enough, the self-sacrifice of Odin is often also potentially attributed to the like self-sacrifice of Jesus on the cross.
Crucifixion.
The crucifixion. Thank you. Yes. So it's one of these kind of things where it's like the hanged man could, technically speaking, be just like metal Jesus, I guess is maybe wording it. Just by virtue how the connections work out, it's really interesting. Fortunately, it's really hard with Norse mythology to like be able to do like a direct one-to-one of like, oh yeah, Odin's like self-sacrifice is actually like canon to Norse mythology and not like a retcon from Judo Christian Judeo-Christian traditions basically being bled into other traditions.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and monopolize the religions.
yeah. Sometimes that is how it be. Sometimes that how it be. And religion.
They allow monopoly for that.
Sorry.
They allow monopolies for that, just not for businesses.
Yeah, they certainly try to conflict and then holy wars, and then the origin of my last name, which may or may not be connected to the Crusades, which is very complicated and long-winded. Anyway, cards. So cards.
Yeah.
Gambling, because I'm not 100% sure where to go from there. So we're talking about how Nintendo began manufacturing Western style playing cards. We might as well take
some tarot cards.
I pivoted into tarot cards. Admittedly, I don't think I have a whole lot else specifically to go off with that specifically. So I'm going to pivot into Vegas because I know right now, being news in certain circles, it sounds like Las Vegas hasn't been doing that great in regards to how it does traditionally. Having actually been to Las Vegas, one of the few places I've been to, I say one of the few places I've been to. I think I actually can't say that anymore.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
I don't think I can. I've been everywhere on the East Coast, pretty much. I've been everywhere in the Bible Belt, pretty much. I've been to California. I've been to Las Vegas, and then I've been overseas to.
Been to 3 out of the 7 continents.
Because I've been to. Would Mexico be considered? I think Mexico is still considered North America, right?
It's still North America, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I've been North America, Asia, and
Europe.
All right. Yeah. I've been to 3 of 7, right? I'm not.
3 of 7.
Okay. Yeah. So I've been 3 to 7. I think at this point I can't really state that I've not been places anymore, which is weird given all this happened in like the last 2 years. Anyway, so gambling, Las Vegas. Las Vegas, not I would personally state not that great. Granted, I was only on the Strip, so but if you're looking to gamble, hey, it's great. Oh my God, right. I got to talk about this theoretical game that I was joking about with coworkers because I was there for work.
Oh, I already know what you're gonna bring up. It's the trading cards. Their version of Pokemon trading cards.
Yeah. Okay, so you're walking down the Strip. This was not originally planned, by the way.
I knew you were going to bring it up because you told me about this after you went.
But this wasn't intentional for this discussion here. So, the nutshell. So when I was walking down the Strip, it's really interesting, right? Because like you're walking down, like a lot of people who are like dressed up in various costumes, right? I saw a lot of like Disney and Marvel themed stuff back when I had gone like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and one of the things that really was like surprised me is that when you're like walking and like you're looking down because it's blistering hot and like incredibly sunny outside when you're walking during the day, when you look down at the ground, you'll see like I wouldn't say business cards, but basically like cards that picture very adult oriented women.
Yeah,
and probably. I think actually not even probably. I think on certain ones they'll have like on the backside like a number to like call or contact them, right?
Yeah, it's like their advertising card.
It's an advertising card, and that was something that I was definitely like, yeah, I'm not going to touch these. I did try to flip one over, I think, with my shoe to just try to verify it, but then I had the funniest idea. I was like, what if we took the first, or not the first, but like, let's say like the first phone digit after the area code and the last digit of the phone number and made that like the toughness and like attack power of these cards. So the idea of like collecting a bunch of these to like bring back to my hotel room to try to convince a coworker to play a very adult themed card game that has virtually no rules beyond my phone and your phone number. Was something that I really wanted to do, but was not about to do, having just started this company. So
yeah, it's like, Chastity has a health point level of 20, but Candace over here has a health point of 23. Candace wins by 3.
But honestly, though, that sounds like it'd be such a funny thing to do, and I would love to do that. But it's one of these things where it's like, I don't know who touched these cards. That's the last thing I want to touch.
So I heard other people talking about these cards as well.
Really?
Yeah, and they made the whole Pokemon collect a card kind of joke about it. That's why I know about the joke. But for them, It was guys on the street were handing them out to people.
Okay.
And that's probably why you saw some on the ground, because people, they're given the card, they just toss it on the ground.
Yeah, I know. Man, I thought I came up with an original idea, an original joke. These guys outdid me. Man,
I'm sorry. It happens.
such is my life, I suppose. So I guess back to like just gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Something that doesn't relate to either of us because I don't think either of us gamble beyond
Nope, I do not.
question mark.
I do like fantasy football,
That's fair. Yeah,
but
you do.
without money.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't gamble money. Like we gamble, but we gamble off the aspect. Okay, there's statistical odds, and it's more for bragging rights. No actual
Yeah,
exchanged.
that are like in video games.
That are in video games.
Because technically, like in zombies, the mystery box is definitely gambling.
Okay, but that's using in-game currency, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a video game
I thought
gambling.
I thought you were going to point out like Overwatch and their
Oh
like
no.
win when they had the loot boxes or whatever.
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's why I was like, "What are you talking?"
Anything where it's like free, I'm okay.
Well, I mean, going back to that rapid pass card,
Right attack.
Technically,
That's different. So that wasn't gambling, because that was like, I'm getting this skin, this cosmetic.
you're right.
Yeah.
They didn't have the boxes.
Nope. I mean, they did, but like only some.
Oh no, yeah, you are right. Actually, they did.
But you could always just like purchase the skin itself.
Yeah. Man,
At
that's
least
gonna
the
be
ones I wanted.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, right, because they did have like limited stuff where like
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, getting way off topic and then returning to
Back
being
to
on
cards.
topic. So gambling. It
Yes.
seems like one of the most recent things that has occurred that has definitely drummed up a lot of like, let's say, controversy in like gambling communities, or at least the gamblers that care, because obviously there's some gamblers that
Yeah.
who cares? Gambling's gambling. So
Mhm.
with like roulette, you have all like the red and black, right? Which normally is a 50-50, right? I say
Yeah.
normally in the context of when you're just talking about red and black, it's a 50-50. They added a zero in order to make it where it's statistically in the favor of the house slightly,
Oh,
right? So this way, instead of it being a 50-50, it's more like, let's say 49-49 and then
yeah.
two, right? With the two
Okay.
being that zero. So
Mhm.
they added not only a double O or double zero, but they also added a triple zero. I think the triple zero is the most recent addition because I think that the double zero has been around for quite a bit. I'd say at least 10 years. Let me just go ahead and do the click clack one moment.
Hacker fingers, go.
See, 11 months ago, U.S. casinos have green 0 and green 00, pushing the odds further in the house. That puts 38 separate numbers on the field. But when did this get implemented in? Let's put it this way. Given the fact that people are talking about double zeros only as of like the last year,
very recent.
I would say that was pretty recent. I know at the very least it's within the last decade, like let's say for sure, being like a 90%. With it being in the last year, being like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. So the single zero, I think, is European rule. The double zero is like the American style, and then just this year they seemingly added a triple zero, pushing the odds even further in the house. So as a result, you have a lot of people who are not going to the strip, but instead are going to other casinos outside the strip. Because let's face it, the strip is like very overpriced anyway. So it's kind of like it's kind of a whole thing. Anyway. So back to Nintendo, which ironically is on topic. I don't really have anything. Do I really want to talk about Balatro now?
It is on the Switch.
It's both on Nintendo and it's about playing cards.
It is.
I get, and that allows me to pivot to another thing that I was going to do. Balatro. Have you ever played Balatro? I know the answer should be no, but I'm going to ask.
It is no, but I have seen it.
So yeah, it's pretty solid. I would say it's pretty. I mean, I think it won Game of the Year even.
I will say Charlie loves it.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he got it on his phone.
I was about to say that most of the people I know got it through their phone, basically. That being stated, most of the people that I know have basically played it in some manner or form. We're talking about regardless of gender, which is something that I wouldn't say is like unique or anything. It's just something that normally is not talked about. I feel like when a
Yeah.
lot of games are brought up, because you got like anything but Valorant, and it's like, there's not a lot of. You got Valorant, and it's just like, wow, there's a lot of women on this. And Balatro, I
Yeah.
feel like, is one of those kind of games where it's just like, yeah, it's the picture perfect child as far as I'm concerned of like indie titles when it comes to like it doesn't matter what gender you are, everybody's here playing.
Exactly.
I almost just clicked play because I'm looking at the Steam page because I was just like, let me pull this up so I can stay on topic. Yeah. So anyway, I never really. I got like reasonably far in it in the regards of I probably got about halfway through the challenges on like all the decks, and I probably got about halfway through the specialty challenges in the back end, and I'd say it's a solid game. It's a solid game. I can't watch people play it, but I think playing it itself is pretty enjoyable, and I have no flipping idea how these people are able to break Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is mind blowing in the clips that I've seen. You get a specialty Joker that changes the poker rolls in such a way where you get to have an infinite amount of consumables, and
Okay.
the infinite amount of consumables are essentially something along the lines of like adding a steel card to your hand, which provides a base multiplier. So what you do is you collect like 30 of these like steel multiplier cards into your little like pocket pouch, and then you
Mm-hmm.
use them all at the same time in order to only one time break infinite. And it's just like, Jesus, how in the world are these people doing this? Like, I know that.
I would not know.
Well, so breaking it down for you, since I have you here as the audience stand-in, it
Yeah.
seems like they rely on like a seed, right? Basically, it's
Mhm.
like right. So basically, you
Yeah.
have a seed that you can play off of that will provide you the same results each time if you do the same thing, and yeah, they basically use a the ghost deck, which gives you a card. No, they use the telescope deck that gives you the ghost card or something. Anyway, the one card that it has is the thing that gives you the ability to like abuse the legendary card when you come across it, or it like automatically gives you the legendary card. It's one of the two. Regardless,
Mhm.
it's actually insane kind of seeing people play it because I apparently I can't play anything above like a casual level because when we tried playing that flipping Pokemon game, man, I got flipping destroyed. Um, but it's watching it from like a more casual, like okay, I'm interested in the math. It is mind blowing to me. It
Yeah.
genuinely is mind blowing. Anyway, so there's a card in
Alatro.
Quattro, thank you,
You're
called
welcome.
the Red Card. It specifically is referencing Jesus, um, the red card from sports, where its ability is something like, yeah, if you skip adding something to your deck or skip whatever like the choices are, it gives you a multiplier. I
Mhm.
personally really like the card, although I'm pretty sure it's pretty trash.
Okay.
Anyway, that brings us forward in time past the other topic I was going to talk about to 1966. So 1966, FIFA World Cup
Yep.
England, confusion came up by virtue of the fact that there's a bunch of different languages and a bunch of different misunderstandings between referees and players. So as a solution, you wound up with Ken Astron, who is a referee and member of FIFA referee committee, who got the idea of just saying, "Hey, everywhere's got traffic lights. So had like the red card and the yellow card, which
Mhm.
I think is kind of amusing because like there's no green card, right?
No, it's just yellow and red.
So do you know why?
No.
So there is this little linguistic thing that is really interesting and bizarre, where most of the world associates green and blue to be the exact same thing. Like it's
Hmm.
one word. The only
Yeah.
difference is it dark green or light green to represent the difference between blue and green, or
Mhm.
is it light blue or dark blue to represent green and blue? This is why, going back to Japan, if you remember, the traffic lights were red, yellow, and blue, as opposed to red,
Mhm.
yellow, green, right? So that that originates from specifically that same like interesting translation thing. So that's my specific personal pet like fun fact and theory behind why there's no green card in sports.
Okay.
Because
Huh.
everywhere has the red and the yellow.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. And then the green, well, there's debate on the green versus the blue from my perspective, and that's where that goes. Anyway, Nintendo is now where Nintendo is today. They've
The
moved
most
away
lucrative company in the world.
from. Are they? Are they
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
Asked Apple.
Oh yeah.
Hacker fingers. One moment.
And while we wait, and we hear the "Oh my goodness."
I'm trying to like. They keep trying. Well, I'm trying to look up. Okay, wait.
If it's
It,
not Nintendo, it's Pokemon. But that's a part of Nintendo, so it's gotta be Nintendo.
Okay. So I can tell you that in terms of the company value itself, Nintendo's not, or it's the richest company in Japan as of 1 year ago.
It might not have been the word lucrative then. It's definitely like the top something.
Okay, wait, maybe lucrative is the word that I should have looked up to begin with. Uh, okay, Microsoft, Sony have significantly higher revenues and market capitalization. You have Fang that obviously is up there as well. 5 months ago, Nintendo has become the 10th largest corporation in Japan by market cap. Yeah, I think it's basically one of these things where in the Japanese market, they have like no debt and like a high amount of revenue. So I think technically speaking, that probably is where the lucrative comes in.
Mm,
So specifically, it's the most profitable. I think is specifically
that might be it.
Nintendo's the richest company in Japan regarding cash,
Okay.
zero debt, and a cash worth of like 17 trillion yen, 90 billion pounds. I'm not about to do the mental calculations of what that's going to be in USD, even though
Yeah.
but yeah, what I think is really interesting is that in the pivot to video games, they also tried messing around with taxis, hotels, and toys. Even though they continued producing playing cards, and then eventually they became the video game company we know and love today. Well, love is probably a more subjective term, but yeah.
Yeah.
Now that brings us to 1909,
Hmm.
which is when cigarettes started incorporating baseball cards into their cigar boxes and like other boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
It was originally used as a way of promoting tobacco, I believe, technically speaking, to children. I don't remember that wholeheartedly. It definitely is for more of the male audience for sure. No questions
Yeah.
asked. But they basically it became not only a nicotine like, hey, I'm really addicted to this because nicotine. It also became a but gambling.
Hmm.
We're
Yeah.
literally the grandfather of Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
trying to open up the packs and being like, "Ooh, honest to God, I would love to do a short video, like skit, where you and I sit down and we're just like, we're doing a card opening thing today, and we literally just get a bunch of
Yeah.
a bunch of cigarette packs and we start pulling baseball cards out of it. That would be so funny to me. Um, I don't think they do that anymore, right?
What?
The whole playing cards in tobacco.
I don't think so. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything immediately. What I am seeing is that they are still ridiculously expensive. I'm seeing some collections that are going uh, easily in the 3,000s. Wait, is that only 8 cards? And that's 3,200? Okay. So, fun fact pivot over away from Pokemon into cigarettes, and like you're good to go. That's what I'm learning here. Is
Found
I
it.
was born. Found what?
The thing I was trying to reference with Nintendo, it's actually Pokemon, and Pokemon is the world's highest grossing media franchise.
Meeting franchise. Gotcha. That would make sense.
Good old media. Because I mean, it's got the cards, the movies, the games, like everything. It's all media.
Okay.
I knew it was the highest in something. Not Nintendo. But I knew something.
Well, like let's face it, definitely it made sense. The only
Yeah.
reason why I was like, okay, I don't know about like the specific phrasing is
Yeah.
only
No, I knew it had to go with the phrasing.
yeah, because you look at Apple or any of
Yeah.
the other FANG, it's just like
Samsung, Nvidia.
Nvidia right now, man. Whew.
Exactly.
AI has definitely done something. That being stated, the tobacco cards only ever were printed in like short runs, it seems.
Mhm.
At least the original, the T206 set, was from 1909 to 1911. Um, that being stated, they still did it up to like some time period. I unfortunately don't have the exact year, but
Mhm.
the nutshell is like they don't do it anymore, which is kind of honestly kind of a shame. I mean, like they
I'd buy so
obviously
many more cigarettes.
I would build that like smoking machine where I have smoke at the same time or whatever. Light them all up, funnel it into like one thing, and like chain smoke all at the same time.
Yeah. Because obviously you have to smoke all of them to be able to own the cards. You can't just take the cards and throw everything out.
I mean, if you're gonna own the card and not own being a
You gotta
smoke.
you gotta have the experience behind each card.
So I'm doing a quick note. Smoking rates are declining because, if I'm being honest, going back to the whole aspect of dating apps, dear Lord, the amount of people who smoke that I see are around my age, and I mean smoke, not like vaping smoking,
Mhm.
is actually kind of like insane. Um, but yeah, apparently, as of like 2004 August, 11% of U.S. adults say they smoke a cigarette the past week. So
Nice. I would not be one of them.
man, I remember the cigars. Oh, anyway, moving past that. Man, cigars are something. So now we're fast forwarding to 1993.
Yes, we were almost born.
We were almost born, which is almost weird to state, but yeah. Magic the Gathering, at least from a
Yeah.
perspective, that's the first modern trading card game. Um, it is obviously very lucrative. Uh,
Mhm.
Probably not as lucrative as Pokemon for obvious reasons, but then
Yeah.
again, Pokemon has like its fingers in a bunch of different pots, not just card games.
Exactly.
That being stated, I have made the very poor decision due to a bachelor party that I was involved with in the last like months to pick up a starting deck, and I hate my life now. So yeah, don't get involved is the easy answer. But in order, let's flesh this out a little bit, right? So I wound up in Georgia for the
Look,
bachelor.
just tap 4. Use Commander's Resolve. 3 blue. I only know any of those terms because of TikTok.
All you need to know is the state that just go yo, it's okay, I'm ramping, or it's okay, I'm about to go infinite. That's all you need to know when it comes to
Was
Magic.
that a retcon?
A retcon?
I don't know. That was also from the TikTok I saw.
I have no idea what a retcon.
Yeah,
My
either.
experience, my knowledge of this as a card game is mostly surface level,
Mhm.
except for the deck that I have, which is Graveyard Overdrive, which is based around cards that were like released very early on in Magic's history that apparently were like really, 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 really strong.
Yeah,
It's like the Goff family or something like that. I'm pronouncing it miserably wrong, but I don't know how to pronounce it to begin with.
it's
Uh,
got a cool name.
well,
Graveyard Overdrive.
I honestly, I was kind of sold on that, and then I found out
Yeah, I would
afterwards that I
too.
was like overcharged and a bunch of other things, and it's just like, it's whatever. It's so you win some, you lose some. But the nutshell
Yeah,
is that you the idea is you have a bunch of creatures whose power is based off of the card types that are in the graveyard. So then what I did is I spent the preceding like a week after playing like 2 games learning flipping everything about like card types.
yeah.
And Dear Lord, am I suffering? So you can get the power of like 9/9 for like a mana cost of like 4 if you don't mana cheat it out, which it naturally has the capability of mana cheating out. Really, what you need to know out of what I just stated there is that like normally it seems like the mana is kind of like 1 to 1 with their power level, and usually like caps out around like 6 or 7. I would say like
Yeah.
6 or 7 is usually like the strongest creature you're going to see, at least at like a starting level. I'm sure that they're at this point with like power creep, which we'll eventually get to.
Yeah.
With power creep, that's probably like drastically changed. But yeah, I went through and I learned how to make these guys really strong through the use of battle cards, which there's only 18 of. So out of the like thousands of cards that exist in
Yeah.
order to get like power, you have to have one of these 18 cards, which you can only have like a certain type in your deck to begin with, because the decks have to be color coded, mostly speaking.
Yeah.
It's a disaster. And then I started learning about split cards, which are cards that have, generally speaking, instant and sorcery spells on the same card. And yeah, brother, the more I learn about this, the more I'm just like, I made a mistake getting into this, because I know that card games and me are like a problem. The nutshell is that on Moxie Field, which is a digital creation, whatever it's called for like,
Mm.
if you look up Graveyard Overdrove 2.0, that's the deck I made, and I hate my life. And it's like $150 just shy in order to
Oh,
get all of these cards put together in the end. And
nice.
it's a commander deck. It's a commander deck.
Okay.
Which all you need to know for what that means is that it's a 100 card deck that has one card that starts off to the side that you can summon at any time, that's your
Mm.
commander, and all cards must share a similar color coding to that. So if you have
Got
like
it.
green, red, blue, then all your cards must be some combination of red, green, blue.
Okay.
Yeah, which is not the most competitive format, because to be honest, you don't want to be competitive about this anyway, because that would be a problem.
No.
That'd be a problem.
But it's a great segue into what I need to talk about.
Ooh, go for it! Thank God, because I was
Since,
like, I don't know what I'm doing at this point.
well, I mean, since we're talking about card games, I'm going to talk about the most well-known card game, Go Fish.
Hey,
But like, not.
okay, okay,
What I'm going to talk about is Quantum Go Fish.
okay.
So basically, I don't even remember how I found this. I kind of just Googled up like the most random or like interesting card game that's out there. Um, Even then, I don't even think that's how I found Quantum Go Fish, but I found it somehow. And so I started doing some research on it, and it was very confusing because I don't know anything about quantum mechanics.
Of us.
Yeah. But so I have like quick little notes for each, so it shouldn't take too long. So like Quantum Go Fish, like I said, it's like Go Fish. You ask for a card, they either have it or they don't. But with the quantum portion of it, a card can be in your hand and not at the same time until asked, and that's called superposition. Basically, you could have the card, you could not have the card. You don't know until you ask if you have the card or not, or like if they have the card or not.
Oh, okay. So you're playing blind hand.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Like
no
you,
one knows
like
what's
you could play. Yeah, like you can play, and the cards can be like your fingers because you can't see the suits or anything, but those are your cards, kind of thing.
okay.
Which fun fact: quantum mechanics studies the tiny stuff like electrons and the patience needed to understand it.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute, where's
There's a punchline.
So I will say I actually was genuinely surprised when
Mm.
stated like, oh yeah, you both have the card and don't have. In my head, I'm like, okay, so they're just taking the premise of superposition, and then you're just like, oh,
Yes.
yeah, it's called superposition. I'm like, wow, they actually kind of use that phrasing like accurately. That's
Yep.
actually insane.
It's like one of the single core concepts, which leads me into the core concepts. The first one is superposition. So the cards exist in multiple states until observed, like Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, Schrodinger's cat. It's basically Schrodinger's cat, which is not actually a cat. No felines were harmed in that testing. So you both have and don't have the card until you check. There's also the yeah, and then there's also the wave function collapse. So asking for a card makes the universe pick a single reality. You either have it or not.
That actually is kind of crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, it's insane. Like when I was researching all this stuff, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
So I will state. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, you're good. You're good. Keep going.
So I basically took a college level course in not specifically quantum mechanics, but like basically a step away. We had to deal with like electron tunneling. We dealt with a lot of superposition. Honestly, superposition was useful just for like the generic stuff in my degree anyway, being an electrical engineer.
Yeah.
All the stuff that you're stating, it's like, yeah, no, like literally this what you're stating so far is accurate. I'm like, this is
like, it is accurate because like this is how like quantum mechanic like professors and stuff, not even professors, like people that study it, would play a more mathematically fun version of Go Fish. Or like stimulates the brain more, literally. Another concept is entanglement. So some cards are linked. What happens to one affects the other instantly.
Yep.
And it's basically like it's kind of like, well, like real entanglement works over any distance. Universe's version of long distance relationships. So like no matter what, you can be however far away, whatever happens to that, it happens to the other thing. And then the uncertainty principle, basically, you can know what you have or where it is, but never both. It's like sometimes you think you have the ace, but then it disappears.
Huh. So wait, is this a computer thing, or is this like actual
No.
like game?
Neither.
Oh, it's all
weird.
theory.
Yeah. It's all theory. Like you can kind of make it into a card game, which I have like some rules using an actual deck to make it kind of work, but it's all like in the brain and everything. So like some gameplay rules is like you would deal 5 cards each, though technically they exist in all orders at once. You ask for a card rank on your turns, like a 5 or a 7. And then reality collapses when you check 4 cards. Basically, you know if you have it or not. Cards can randomly shift states. They appear or disappear, normal or cheating. And the winner, most sets collected, assuming universe agrees. Same thing as Noble Go Fish. Whoever has the most wins.
So sorry, go ahead.
You're good. My next section was like why people play it. It's not about winning. It's about embracing uncertainty and confusing your friends. And also, Einstein hated quantum mechanics.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't like the idea of the uncertainty.
Yeah, he said God does not play dice with the universe.
Yep. Admittedly, that was kind of my big like grudge potentially moving into quantum mechanics with my degree and like potentially just straight up pivoting over to like theoretical physics. I as much as like quantum mechanics is incredibly useful in the regards that it is a statistical analysis of how things work. So it's like, if we shoot this electron, there is a probability it will tunnel through the object. But like that's just a probability. It doesn't actually like help you other than just stating like, okay, I know it. Like it's a helpful tool to have. Like I'm trying to directly not bash on it, but stating like there is definitely like, value in having it. Right. It's the problem of is that it's an observation. It's not an explanation.
Not an actuality.
Exactly. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
it's like if I told you like, hey, when we drive in this car, there's a tendency that the car just kind of like dies on the road, and it's like a 50-50 every time we go out. Sometimes it dies.
Yeah. So it might die, it might not. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. It's like, okay, great. I know to be prepared for the 50-50 chance, but at the same time, it's like, but why is it failing? I don't know.
Yeah. It just does.
50% of the time, it's like, oh,
It's
okay.
like that happening, but you don't take your car to the mechanic.
Yeah, that's functionally that is exactly functionally my main gripe is just like I want to know why things are happening as opposed to
Yeah.
like I just know it's going to happen.
So basically, like Quantum Go Fish, it's science, silliness, and strategy. You learn some quantum physics while testing how much confusion your friends can take before flipping the table.
So,
Because we'll just get so annoyed. Just, I'm done.
and I mean, in all fairness, if you have to keep track of that outside and like in your head,
Oh,
like,
it'd be so confusing. Be
so
so confusing.
what I will state, apparently, someone 5 years
Mhm.
ago made a quantum-go-fish.io.
Okay.
Haven't opened it, so if you try it, you're at your own risk. But like I'm just saying, Reddit's Reddit. Apparently, someone went ahead and put it together. So it's
Nice. So they
honestly,
have a way of playing Quantum Go Fish.
honest to God, actually, I am actually really interested in trying. I genuinely think
See,
that
and the fact that you said you didn't know anything about it when I asked you, I was like, yes, because I knew this would spark your brain.
because I'm sitting here just going like, okay, so like I know all the mechanics, I understand how like it functions for the most part.
Yeah.
It was just the like, how would you do that as like a card game?
And I actually have a way to do it. I kind of did some like little looking up on my own, chat GPTing, all of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so this is how to use Quantum Go Fish rules using regular cards.
Okay.
So you have to set up deal 5 cards to each player like normal Go Fish. But here's the quantum twist. Before a player asks for a card, that card is in a maybe state. It's both in the other player's hand and not in it at the same time. So they have that card, but also they don't have the card. When you ask, reality decides if the card is there or not. So the player must answer truthfully at that moment. And then checking a card, when you ask the other player, the other player thinks, do I actually have this card right now? If yes, they hand it over. If no, they say, go fish. So like they could technically lie, I guess.
Well, that's the thing I'm thinking, right? Because so would you would know the cards in your own hand in this version,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yeah, technically.
okay, yeah, okay. In that case, like, okay, that's fair.
But I mean, you could say like, well, this 3 is actually an 8 in
Jesus
theory.
Christ.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's where like I got so confused because I was thinking of it as like in the physical realm, not in the, just question realm.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here just going like, how?
Yeah. And so and there's ways to do quantum shifts in this. To add extra fun, every few turns, players can quantum shuffle, so you can call it, their hand, secretly swapping one card with the deck or other player's discard pile. This represents cards shifting states unpredictably.
Huh?
It's like every so often you just switch.
Damn.
Yeah, it's wild.
You know, I'll probably get back to you the next time we go to talk with this because I'll probably have messed with it here or there because this
Yeah.
genuinely. I mean, it seems like
And
no
like
one owns it, so.
it's true. It's true. Like I said, there's nothing that I found on YouTube like talking about it at all.
Oh,
I heard the keystroke on that one.
you did, yeah. Let me try to look up like ownership real quick.
Yeah. Who owns the term quantum go fish? Because I mean, it's definitely something that people play because it has research and everything on it.
Yeah, because I keep seeing quantum fishing,
Yeah, but that's not it.
but that's not that.
No,
Who the heck made this? Like,
I have
what?
no clue.
Okay, wait. So the cat is out of the bag slash box. This game now, or so I've been told. I figured our math would love it. We all know how play Go Fish. Uh, I'm deliberately going to leave it at that plus a link and just say it's an incredibly fun game, although it'll confuse the blank out of everyone. It's literally left as blank. Fred ball for 7 rounds before it starts to make sense. Huh.
So at least a little quick Google search says the specific individual who first conceived of Quantum Go Fish is unknown. However, the game is known to have circulated among mathematics for some years, particularly within the math PhD program at UC Berkeley.
Yep, I was just about to say there's a stack.net/wiki there where someone basically is talking about how
yeah,
they did it Berkeley. Scott Morrison reintroduced it to the ecosystem there when he was there. He says he thinks he learned it from Dylan Thurston.
Yep, Dylan Thurston and Chung Chien Shan shared the earliest known record of the game in 2002.
2002, man. Holy.
Yep, that's like the earliest known record of it.
Oh god! And just scrolling through the page to see all the logic of like a sample game, it's like, oh,
it's insane. It's insane.
Okay, we're gonna probably start opening with
the next one.
Just weird games might be the next one, where we just come back with like our experiences having played a couple, which means that I'm not going to talk about 5D chess with multiversal time travel until
we'll save it, and also the 3-tiered chess or whatever.
Oh, are you talking about the Star Trek?
No. In the anime. There's one anime that had multiple layered chess.
Oh! You're talking about Blood Battlefront?
I think so.
The one where like people die or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. I still okay. So one of my like hobbies that I really want to get involved with is like kind of like woodworking, right? Or like just building generally. I really want to build a table from that and build my own version of really overcomplicated chess.
I know. That's why I mentioned it, because we've talked about it before.
I'm telling you, one day it'll be a reality. One day. I'm so upset that like trying to find time to do it now is just so rough.
Yeah. But hey, Quantum Go Fish might not be.
Honest to God,
like, got any fives?
I probably will learn how to play it.
Because in theory, we could technically play it without even having to be in the same room.
I know. That's the thing that's like, oh, man.
Like, honestly, that'd probably be even better than playing it in person, because then you don't know what they have.
Okay, so what I might suggest at some point we wind up doing is we actually do base cam and we try our best to try to play Quantum Go Fish.
Yes.
maybe we do like the recording, like we do audio recording and like we put that up as like a podcast, but then we do the
and then it'll be like a special.
We have the actual like footage, and then I'll do some special magic with it.
It'll be like a special episode.
A special episode, exactly, because like this is the kind of stuff that I'm like, man, this is the kind of thing specifically that I really would want to have my own like YouTube channel for, just strictly to do nonsense like that. That's the kind of stuff.
And that's why once I found it, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be great.
Oh, brother, I'm so happy. At first, I'm like, Quantum Go Fish. Oh boy, someone else was trying to come up with the word quantum, and then it's like, no. This literally is like your day job. And it's like, oh,
yeah.
No.
It is quantum mechanics meshed with Go Fish.
Oh, man, I might actually try to create a version of this. Like a this. I know that there's somebody who put out in something like their own version of a GitHub, like to the website thing, right? I might see if I can snag some of their underlying logic if it works out that way, and then just go hard.
Yeah, and have some AI to help with coding and stuff.
Yeah, because like why spend like literally the
days?
Admittedly, I probably know how to make it. In the context of like, well, you got to keep in mind, right? Coding is my day job.
Remember, this is not always that, and sometimes it's this. If this does this, and it does this to other this.
It's just, oh no, this could be a problem.
It's a lot.
This could be a problem.
But I think that's a good way to end. especially because I have to get some dinner in me.
Yeah, that's fair. About the only thing I had left was basically talking about Post Malone's acquisition of the One Ring Magic the Gathering card.
Mhm.
That $2 million, August
Oh my
2023.
gosh.
Yeah, again,
I would never.
cards, cardboard run for so much.
They do. They do. I mean, I have 3 graded Pokemon cards.
What is your most expensive card?
I don't know. I have not priced them out.
Really, you graded it, but you don't know how much it runs?
I didn't grade them. I got them off of up Whatnot.
Okay, well,
Which
how much did
each
you?
one, I mean, the most I spent on one was $8, and they definitely go for more because grading alone costs 9.
Okay, fair enough. I think my most expensive card, and then I swear to God we'll end it off because yeah, you're right. We're
You're
like,
good. You're good.
so I wound up pulling out of that overpriced box that I had gotten a card called Fanatic of Rowanus.
Mhm.
It runs $13 just flat.
Oh wow. I
Yeah.
will say, okay, yeah. So my most expensive Pokemon card I ever had, I pulled the Bubble Mew from the 151. That
Ooh,
or Paldea Evolved, one of the two. I sold it for like $350.
holy. Okay,
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
not really me in any way, shape, or form there. Holy.
Like literally raw $350, not
Holy.
graded or anything.
I remember you mentioning this, but I didn't remember it being that expensive.
Yep, I sold it.
Oh man. I wonder if one of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards might be able to run that high because
It's
no,
possible.
no, we didn't even talk about power creep might be our next topic because that's something
Yeah.
readily easy to do. Power creep I think is what we'll talk about next. But like holy,
Okay. Yeah, we can do that, especially because like power creep is in a lot of things.
power creep is very easy to do. I was initially planning on talking most of today on power creep. Obviously never got around to that, but hey, that's I guess a nice problem to
It's
have.
okay. We'll talk about power creep and how it happens in MOBAs all the time.
MOBAs,
Um,
card games, I mean
everything.
everything.
You, if you, I can talk about how it happened in Pokemon Unite.
Ooh, all right, solid, solid.
Yup. And also in Smite.
And it's oh god.
It's the same.
Are
Both. Yep.
you sure it's the same?
Yes, it's the same. It's the exact. It's basically it's League of Legends basically.
I mean, you know, oh, you mean MOBA, like the type.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the power creep was the same, and I was like, I remember how it was in Smite. No,
But yes. So to end it off, I'm Dylan.
I'm Steven because I just realized I'm prompted to say I'm Steven.
This was the confession booth. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.